Hey everybody, welcome to Tripod. It's your host Adrian once again, and today we have going in or alphabetical order on Discord. Babs.
Hello. Do I
All right,
introduce
Christian.
myself?
He doesn't.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. That's right. You guys have never been on. So what we do normally is introduce ourselves in alphabetical order according to the call.
Okay.
So after I introduce myself, you can introduce yourself, Babs. Since we've already kind of run through that, go ahead and introduce yourself.
So I'm Babs. I'm from Belgium. I study sound engineering and I make music.
Awesome. Great. Christian.
I'm Christian. I'm from the UK. I study music technology, which is the superior version. I'm Blue, and I also make music.
That's a lie.
Okay, we'll get into semantics later in the call. And of course, returning we have.
You already know who it is.
All right,
They probably don't.
Danny boy. He's been on several calls. I think he's okay. I keep saying that, but you've only been on one, haven't you?
Yeah, well, this is like my second one, I think.
Huh.
Oh yeah, my turn. Hi, I'm Wallace, aka All Systems Online. I make music, and I'm really, really struggling right now to unscrew a thing, change out the coils in my fucking vape. Annoying.
Oh, sad.
Get it, you vape.
I was gonna do this all stream, but it's not working, and I'm not happy about it.
I totally jumped the gun today. I just realized that Cell's not here, and Cell was gonna make an announcement.
Big time then.
Christian,
You jumped
I-
big time.
I have screwed up. If he shows up in the next 5 minutes while I'm doing the Tripulse section, then he can jump on. If he doesn't, then we'll see if he shows up for the end of the call and he can do his announcement then. If neither of those things happens, well, he's not going to make his announcement on Tripod. Anyways,
You'll just have to make it
Yeah.
to Discord.
yeah, like all the other plebs here.
All
Looking
the
at you,
normies.
Danny.
That's rude.
Anyways, I guess moving on to our first section, the what's going on with Tripulse section. Anybody have any news to share? Anything coming out in a little bit? You know, I know we've got a couple people here who've got some new stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
whoever wants to go first.
I will take the lead on this one. I've got some music coming out hopefully soon through the Rebellion. I need to get in contact with Ricky about the art and the release date and kind of just talk to him generally about it. But I have a song finished and I'm very excited about it because so they end up, what I found out when I joined their Discord was they just kind of know the Blacklight Audio guys, and anyone who knows or remembers, I kind of want to get on Blacklight Audio eventually.
Mm-hmm.
And the song I submitted to them, I guess Serge heard it and commented on it, and that was cool. So I'm hoping, I just need to get in contact. There's no release date yet, but basically that's kind of the plan right now, and it's looking good. This song is one of the songs I shared from the EP that I wanted to release,
Right.
and it got a lot of criticism because
That was the one with all that fucking feedback.
yeah, no, that was all that feedback that I asked for. So, but I did some things to it, and eventually just kind of was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna send it to the Rebellion instead and get something out there because I don't put things out enough. After listening to the mastered version on not just my headphones but a bunch of other systems, I'm actually confident enough in this song to just go ahead and send it out to promoters for the first time in years.
Awesome, dude. Awesome.
I never send anything to promoters, mainly because I've been too lazy, but also kind of not that confident in my music as of late, partially because I've gone through such a big like quality spike that
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to find confidence in something when you've already outdone yourself on a new song. But I'm just like, you know what, we're gonna do it.
Yeah.
So once things get out there, fucking
That's pretty
Hog
nice.
Chant boys.
Can I, as a plebeian, know what Blacklight Audio is? Like any artist name?
It's a label.
I don't know.
It's not a very big label compared to like Never Say Die or
Yeah, but
Disciple, but it's like
does
it's
it like compare to Refracted or which one?
I'm posting in text voice.
Okay.
If I remember correctly, they're kind of closer to, I mean, Warpaint
Warpaint.
or Subcarbon, maybe even.
I've
You
never
don't.
heard.
You're not really big on dubstep.
This is the side
so,
of electronic music that I don't follow at all. Like,
yeah. So this is kind of hard.
it's
to
gonna
make
be
a-
hard. Okay, no,
They've got
so
what,
it's
like,
only
7,000?
rhythm bass, basically.
It's dubstep, rhythm, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but there's no more dubstep. Like that's a thing. There's dubstep is pretty much dead. I think rhythm just took over, but yeah, that's only me.
No, you're wrong. But anyways, they're like
There's
They're-
definitely still dubstep.
I will
They're-
hold back my opinions on Rhythm, because I have offended a few people.
I just,
basically they're underground. They're underground for sure, but they're big underground. If that's a good, good way to put it.
compared to underground, frequent label is pretty underground as well. Like compared size is pretty much the same, right? Or I don't know name of frequent label. That's where Clockvice, Vorso, and all the artists of Halftime and like newer shit just released on.
See, there's just so many different labels and artists out there that it's hard to find the middle ground between us, I think.
That's very true.
Yeah,
And I think we have like pretty different view on it, probably. Like I really don't like rhythm, but I understand why it's actually so much loved and stuff. So
basically, if I were to be on Blacklight, that would be a massive step up for me. That would actually be
gotcha.
huge.
Gotcha.
So,
Every time you said basically, in my head, I just immediately said, I'm Monkey. Just every single time. And you said it so many times already.
yeah. Well, basically, I just kind of don't get that joke. So
I don't get it either. It's just...
Well, you see, basically, I am Monkey.
Yeah, I mean, that's the joke, I guess. Hey, Danny, I've heard some cool things coming from you lately. I know you don't have anything planned to release, but
It's like I'm trying to figure out what to do in the future, and I'm still trying to learn how to play guitar. That's I still only have like kind of basic knowledge of it, but
practicing every day.
I try to, but it's mostly just chords and stuff. I need to start focusing on the other things like scales. But while I'm still doing that stuff, and like before I get to a point where I actually think that I'm good enough at it to start using it in my own stuff and making music with it, is that I've been messing with ambient and drone stuff to kind of get myself used to using FL Studio a little more often so that I don't completely just stop, because I've been using it less and less often over the 3 years. So I haven't actually released anything since February of 2016. So this kind of keeps me from completely stopping using FL Studio altogether.
Anniversary.
Yeah, that's mad.
No, I've been doing a bunch of like ambient soundscapes and chilled out stuff recently as well, because I'm doing something for a video game.
Oh, that's nice.
Awesome.
That's nice. Holy.
Anything you can actually like tell us about, or just
Well,
doing something for a video game.
It's this little thing called Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah, no big deal. Like, no, get rid of Jeremy Soule. We don't need that.
Todd Howard's just working in his basement. No big deal.
Christian's like actually trying to like. He's like the sole hope of Bethesda game studios. Everything
is falling apart.
Fucking Fallout 76 just completely crashed. So Christian has to carry Bethesda back to glory once again.
Nah, it's like it's nothing. It's like from nobody established. It's someone I found online that's starting up. But like the idea he's got and all the music he wants, you can just tell that if he gets it right and the way he says it is going to be, if you can, because it's had a lot of up and downs, and I think I made like 6 versions of the same song at some point. I think it was
paid. Are you getting paid?
Oh yes, yeah, I am getting paid. It's like a proper thing.
Okay, good. Because I was gonna say,
yeah, that's a lot of work, man.
Gotta get paid.
Yeah, no, guys, chill. He's really chill with it and everything. He pays me. I do the work. It's all good. I don't do my uni work instead. So it has its ups and downs.
Yeah, we got another person in the call that ignores their schoolwork for everything else.
Is that not just everybody that does music?
I don't do music, so I couldn't comment on that.
Is that me specifically you're referring to, Adrian?
Oh, I'm definitely not talking about you. I'm talking about Babs over there.
Wait. No. That's not true.
I thought you were talking about Sarixa. I'm not gonna lie.
No, for me,
Wow.
it's come to the
shade.
It's come to the extent for me where
I thought you were talking about Sarixa.
I wasn't.
That wasn't meant to be shade, bro.
Any uni projects I have is only ever done the night before it's due. So say I have something due for like midday, say like on a Friday, I will start it at 9 p.m. on the Thursday. I just work through the night and do it all in one sitting.
Yeah, but
nothing starts beforehand.
Right? You only do.
No. Like at some point, I had to write a song.
Okay.
It was a sampling project.
Okay.
No, what? No, I think the craziest one was I had to make a synth and then write up what I'd done to make it, and I did that in like 8 hours, and I'm still not recovered.
So you were saying about like being like higher like studies thing. I don't know. Wait, what? So I'm audio engineering, but I'm not learning about music. Like I'm learning about movies. And
nice. No, I'm doing music technology.
That's my specification is more about music, in movies, sound design in movies, Foley artists and stuff like that. I'm not about music. I choose not to be because I thought that part of myself would just be free on his own.
Are you good?
Mine's like a very general. It covers like everything. So like the next semester we're doing game audio.
Okay.
And I think there's some of that then like this like this year I've done like here's sampling, here's how to get in a recording studio and record people.
Okay.
You have electronics going on. It's pretty much just if it's music and it's got technology, we're learning about it.
We definitely had like major classes that taught us about like pretty much everything, but I've chosen to be more specific in movies and cinema and stuff like that. But I had to record music last year for a project. I had to sound design an entire movie, which is pretty fucking good and very satisfying to see. But yeah, so I just chose my specification because I knew I could do music outside of it, and I'll have friends that do music a lot. So if I need to actually if I actually want to work on it, I have the basics, I guess. But
it's why out of all the music technology courses, I picked the Bachelor of Science rather than a Bachelor of Arts.
Okay, that's right.
Because focus more on the technology side than the actual music. There's some music things, but like 90% of it is technology.
Okay. That's actually pretty neat. But yeah.
Babs, I have a question.
Yes.
If you're doing movies and shit,
Mm-hmm.
and like making sound design and Foley and stuff like that, does that mean you're gonna make fucking transformer noises like Kai?
Hey Bab, since you're doing sound design for like videos and stuff, do you want to make some music for a dude who's going into the wilderness and recording himself camping and finding good spots?
Wait, who does that?
I feel terrible for saying that now.
Is that a Tim joke?
That was a Tim joke.
Oh my god.
Who is? I think I might be out of the loop. Who is Tim?
You are absolutely out of the loop. So Wallace and I went to Base Canyon last year, and we had a third guy with us. His name is Tim, and it's a wild ride. If you want to hear a couple stories about him.
I want to get off Mr. Tim's wild ride.
Yeah, no kidding.
Please.
If you want to hear the stories, you can go back and listen to the Base Canyon recap of Tripod. Otherwise, I don't really want to get into it again because
fair enough. I will go back and listen to that.
I'll get
that's
you a link.
a very long podcast, so you might want to like skip around and see as well.
I'm a very boring person. I have plenty of time.
Yeah.
I won't spend doing uni work, but
More power, more power to you.
Wasn't that podcast like 3 hours long?
The entire podcast is 3 hours long, but it's split into 3 parts.
Okay.
Kit split it up. So I have the Base Canyon segment, and I put it in text for voice for whoever wants to listen.
Okay.
Nice. So the only person I haven't heard from here is Babs. Babs, I know you have some music coming out, or you're planning to.
Yes. Well, I'm planning to more than actually. It's not coming out anytime soon for now. I mean, it's a pretty big project. It's a pretty big project. It's a full-length album. I mean, people say album is not the word. It's more like an LP, okay? But it's still like at least 30 minutes of music. So I can... Okay, but basically I have 10 tracks ready for an album. Full-on storyline album. I have the paper ready, so I've written down the story for every track, and I mean for the entire album, the art is being worked, is being done, is probably gonna be like down very soon, and I have video for it. It's gonna be a 2-minute video for one of the song, and it's pixel art animation. And that's pretty much it. I'm at 10 fucking track right now. There's gonna be 15, but I only need to finish like 3 more because there's 2 instrumentals and 2 with vocals, which is just
nice.
Basically bonus track. Probably more bonus track as well, but I'm not quite sure yet. I just want to finish the 13 bass tracks first. But yeah,
I get that.
It's a lot of different like style of music mixed up together, from jazz to ambient, going through electro, like electro house music, and like variation of pretty much everything I've done before. Yep. I think he still missed like a fucking guitar solo, then I'll be pretty much done with everything I've done before. But yeah, it's a lot of tracks. It's a lot of tracks.
And what are you calling the album?
The album is called A Turtle's Adventure. It's pretty simple.
All right. Anybody else have anything to add or announce for Tripod or for Tripulse?
No, I'm a very boring person. I apologize.
I just want to say that Cookie sings very, very well.
Yeah, Cookie took me by surprise the other day when he posted that clip. That was pretty cool. Yeah. Okay, I guess we're gonna jump off of the what's going on with Tripulse, and let's move on to what do you guys want to do? You want to do music first? Or you want to do games first?
I don't really care either way.
Should we do games first?
Yeah.
Well, honestly, I think games is the last one, just because it seems to definitely be the hot topic among our group, and it splits off into a lot of conversations.
There's definitely a lot more to talk about with games, so.
But I mean, like, I'm all for what you guys want to do. So
we could like start with music, since we actually were speaking of music.
Okay.
Right before.
So I'm gonna lightning round some of my stuff about music. I just want to talk about a couple songs and EPs that came out.
Sure.
Let's see. So Space Laces had a new song come out called Phone Tap. Super cool. One of my favorite songs that he's made in a long time. Better than everything that was on the Overdrive EP. Super, super cool. I liked it a lot. Frequent had a song come out called Tension Coil. Mind-blowing kind of like soundscape stuff going on there. Again, really, really cool stuff. Check it out. Redax over on at Audio Records had a EP come out called Better Come Correct. It's got a good mix of songs in it. I feel like some of the sound design's not as great as a lot of what Audio's been pushing in the past, but at the same time, it's still a pretty cool album or cool EP to listen to. So I do highly recommend that one as well. A band that I've been following for a while called Outline and Color actually released a self-titled album. It's pretty good. It reminds me a lot of the metal that I used to listen to when I was in school. I would recommend it if you're into old school, like A Day to Remember, Bullet for My Valentine, 3 Days Grace kind of rock. I like it a lot. And I had one more. Oh, Ray Volk released his Purpose EP on Never Say Die Records. It's pretty fucking cool. That's all I have to say about that. And yeah, you guys, this turn.
I have a few things as well. We had last year it was like I haven't ready anything, but you guys probably will just look for it anyway. Like the first off, I'm gonna start with Koranson, the new album that went out like December 7th, and I bought the fucking vinyl. It's pretty good. It's pretty fucking good. I bought the fucking vinyl reader for it, which is turntable. I got it. But yeah, it's very good. I loved it. Kill Price also released a new album, which is some kind of following album from the first album he released, which is Galaxy Within Us. Then we had a smaller release from here. I really liked Forge EP, who's in here in December, which is very surprising. I actually never expected.
Oh, yeah. Spencer, yeah. Yep. His EP was really, really cool.
It was really, really cool. We had a new Ramses B album last month. I think. It is pretty fucking good. I got a bit disappointed because I was hoping for more tracks and different music than what's in it, but I'm still very much loving it overall. I mean, I love Ramses B just by itself, so it's really not much. And I mean, there's someone like that was here. I don't think he actually joined once, but he was in EDMD, and that's how I know him. That's Sarah with Love, which is Fang. Yeah, exactly. And he released a new album. I think it's an album. It's 8-track with Love, which is a very good album of indie music and indie. I don't know how you said, but it's very good. I've listened to it, and it's very, very good. I'll recommend like people to actually go and listen to it. Same for like Kig and
so
music.
From my understanding, with indie, it's called indie because it's independent.
Okay, indie.
So
okay, that's indie.
Little, I guess. I mean, side fact for you guys.
There's a I and a E, so I guess it's either one or the other.
People are weird.
Yeah. Indie, okay. So
please go on. I'm sorry.
It's fine. So I only have like one more album to talk about. It's Keg Music. It's a guy that I met on Xyland's stream, and it's pretty fucking insane how he grew as a composer, as a like producer. He only started 2 years ago and he released an album here that's actually massive because of the old current sounds like Koan sounds, and like the basses, massive basses, and very neuro orchestral music, and it's pretty good. It's actually pretty massive, and I feel very, very ashamed because my album isn't even ready yet, and there's so much shit now. I'm not sure I want to release it because of how much good shit people are putting out right now. So it's actually pretty scary overall. But
you know what you should do is you should release it anyways.
Yeah, that's true. I'll probably do it anyway. But so yeah, that's all I had.
Wallace, that's the pot calling the kettle black right there.
Yeah.
What? Telling him to release it anyways?
Yeah, you seem to hold on to your music just as much.
You're right.
That's very true as well.
No, I am also guilty of that.
But I'm releasing music anyways. It's not that I even hold on to music that much or as much. It's just that fucking I don't have a lot of music to put out.
I have like 17 tracks I could put out right now, but I want to keep them right now. So.
Well, ain't you a special boy?
Well, but a lot of that is the album, though, right?
No, it's not.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Okay. For my defense, there's like 13 tracks that should be on the album, but I removed like 3 of them, which is only 10, which means I have like 3 that's just sitting there, and I don't want to put them out because I don't feel good with them right now, and I don't think this gonna be good enough for me to release because I've done better in the past, and I didn't trash them because that's not how I work, but they probably won't be out anytime soon, and if I do put them out, they'll just be I'll just throw them away. And
I get that because I have thousands of pictures on my computer that I've never finished, so I understand that.
Yeah. That being said, though, I still need 3 more tracks, and one is in the work, one is barely started, and one is completely not at all there. So it's just I'm just waiting for the right moment, I guess. But yeah, and the album really is just all I'm hoping for right now. Maybe I'm putting too much hope in my own music also. That would be probably something. But yeah.
So I guess anybody else have music that's been released recently?
I have a couple of things that I've been listening to.
Okay.
Pegboard Nerds released they released something like very recently.
Yeah.
Which was Gunslinger, which was originally a bootleg of Sound of the Police. And I heard that when it was first, I heard it on a recorded when they played their set at EDC in Las Vegas.
I remember that.
And I thought it was great. And it's one of those things where I think it was like 6 years since that was a thing. And then they changed it. I got someone else to do it. Changed everything. And it's still just as good. There are some parts where I preferred it in the original, or how it used to be. But that might just be,
your favorite track?
Just familiarity. I'll get there eventually.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that one that was great, and I was to hear it finally come out. Then released a month ago, it might be a bit longer than you would think, was Ewan Ellis with UFO, which is just a brilliant track on its own. Like no one knows him, like really. Good mate of mine, but it's sort of done well on Spotify, like for what he is. I think it's managed to like 20k plays recently. Really happy for him and all that, because I met him at college. That's how I know him.
Oh, okay.
I taught him the basics of how to do music and how to put a song together, and all of a sudden he just went, okay, I've done that, bye, I'll take the quality now.
I think you're the first British person that I've ever heard say college instead of university.
That was kind of what I was wondering.
No, here's the thing. I don't mean university. I mean college as in what comes between high school and university. We have high school, college, then university.
This is fucking. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh yeah. No, that's definitely closer than.
British people are weird.
No.
Actually, I think
Say
it's the rest of the
French
people.
Okay.
No, I said British people are.
I'm sorry. I'm
He
sorry.
said
The
French
U.S.
people.
system is fucking stupid. The
Yeah,
Both
British
university
systems
system
are
is
fucking
very close.
stupid.
University and college are like the same thing here.
No,
So-
no, it's not.
But at least
No, it's not.
none of us are Japan.
Yeah, that's very true, but that's different. But
That
yeah,
sounds
no,
pretty
no.
racist to me.
Anime was a mistake.
No, it wasn't.
Anime was a great thing.
Yeah,
Even
and
people
weeb music
who like
is even
anime
better.
realized that anime was a mistake.
No, but can I just say, from anime, you have got a couple of banging songs.
Yeah, it's true.
For example, Mob Psycho, the fucking introduction to that. I'm not even gonna hide it. I love those songs. Same for JoJo. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Tokyo Ghoul.
Bluebird
Unravel.
from Naruto Shippuden. Sorry, but that's best. I'm sorry.
Now,
that's just best.
I will say I have Fighting Gold in my good shit Spotify playlist.
Well,
It is legit a great song, and I don't care what. And people feel free to judge me for it. I don't care.
I can't argue with that. I've been listening and jamming to fucking weeb anime song all fucking day. So
Yeah, you said that earlier. You're like, how do I make weeb music? And I was very surprised.
I'm no. I'm not hiding. I mean, maybe I am, but I've been jamming to that shit since forever. And I don't know. Today it took me a fucking mood for it, and I just went down the fucking the road, and I've listened to literally every weeb music there's on SoundCloud, and I even went further out. I went to fucking YouTube. I went to Bandcamp. Like, look, how fucking desperate I am to find new music. I went on Bandcamp.
I will say, Oshama Scramble is a bop.
Weeb music.
Bandcamp? Are you kidding me, dude? There's a fucking... I found a label that does vinyl, and it's weeb music vinyl. I haven't bought anything, don't worry. It's fine. My money is fine. but for real, though...
Babs knowing will immediately call him out for spending money.
If it was fucking still available, I would have probably buy one. I'm not gonna lie, right? I don't know. I found... It's called Neon City Records, okay? And I just opened that. I went from like Moe Shop to Moe Collective to fan service to and I don't know. I created those connections between all of these fucking artists.
What was it called again?
What
was it called? Neon something?
Neon City Records. That's on
Why does that
Bandcamp.
sound like something Dion Timmer would make?
It does kinda sound like
Back me up here.
It's very different from what Dion Timmer.
What if it's actually made by Dion Timmer?
There's no way, dude. The music.
Honestly, well, he did have that. No, all of the branding for his Neon album was actually weeb shit.
It is.
That's true, but I mean, it's you know, when you think about it, like Ghost in the Shell, all those weeb anime are all fucking movies. I mean, it's pretty much like retro futuristic shit. So
yeah,
Neon is big part of it. So there's no denying
this
it.
album art is actually kind of fire. Not gonna lie.
Well, yeah.
I'm looking at their releases right now.
Yeah, no. It's so good, and I've been listening to the whole Bandcamp all afternoon. I don't know why. It just took me a mood for it, and I was like, why am I not making this shit? It's so good. It's just so good. Like when you listen to Moe Shop and like, there's a guy that I think that's from City Lights. I don't recall the name of the album. Shit. I need to buy all of this shit. There's no way I'm not gonna do it. But
rest in peace, Basketball.
Right. It's gonna happen, dude. It's gonna happen at some point. I'll just.
Let's move on from talking about stuff that we've been listening to. Is there anything you guys are looking forward to this year?
There are a couple of things.
Very much yes.
So, like, there are two albums that are actually coming out this month that I am looking forward to. One that I'm like looking forward to in a positive way, and the other one not so much. So there are two albums. They're both coming out on the 21st. this month. The first one is American football's third self-titled album. I've already talked about this in the last podcast, but they came out with another single last week called "Every Wave to Ever Rise," and it's like they're taking a more kind of post-rock direction with this album. There's lots of ambience, there's lots of textures, and I really like the way it sounds. And especially with this new single, there's like a 3 to 4 polyrhythm in there, so it always sounds like it's offbeat and it never actually resolves. And it's very interesting the way that they're going about everything here. And so I'm looking forward to that one. And then there is an album that La Dispute is coming out with on the same day. And this one's called Panorama. This one I don't think is going to be very good, though, because, like, the music itself isn't bad, but then it's mixed and mastered really poorly from what we've seen that's been, like, published already. Like, at first, you think, oh, it's not so bad, because the vocals will be like a little quiet and then you have everything else, but then more and more elements come in and it completely drowns everything out, and so the vocals are just like so quiet, they're so low in the mix.
So it's bad, not good. Mix and master edition.
I mean, a lot of it probably comes from the mix itself, to be honest. Like, there's not much you can do in a master to actually destroy a song like that. It's probably the mix itself being very bad.
Yeah, it usually is the mixing. I like, because once at the mastering stage, the only you can really do is very minor, like just general frequency balancing. Yeah. You can't really say, oh, the bass on this one instrument is too loud, so we'll take that down. It's get rid of the bass on everything. Or if something is just too quiet, you can't just say, oh, bring that one element up, because you're going to boost everything else.
Definitely.
Okay.
I don't know anything about what you're talking about, but I agree.
Okay, so basically,
I really don't need you to explain it to me, because we've actually done this before. I'm just being memey.
I mean, like, talking about this album in particular, the vocals are extremely quiet, and they're being drowned out by all of these other elements, and they all keep gradually coming in, and then it's like there's no balance here, and it kind of ruins it for me.
There is. I will say there is a huge difference between being experimental and
just being bad.
Just being, for lack of better words, just being bad.
Now, people that say they're experimental are usually just trying to hide the fact that they don't know what they're doing.
That's very not true.
I know. I'm kidding. I'm trying to see if I was throwing out the bait.
He's baiting real hard out there.
I mean, this stuff I've done on purpose, and when you think about it, like, if I can take the most, like, the easiest example is Butchvik mix of Nirvana Smells Like Teen Spirit. It's very experimental, but it's never like it was very on purpose. So, yeah.
So, essentially, what I'm saying is the third American football self-titled album looking to be a thumbs up. The new La Dispute album looking to be a thumbs down from me. But I won't know until they both actually come out on the 21st.
That's pretty nice.
Interesting.
I have literally nothing to look out for right now. Probably only my own album, but that's very far stretched. So
I know of an EP that's coming out soon from someone that I know that hasn't been announced yet, but will be soon.
Is that from Expense or?
Yes, that's how I know.
Is it Hans Zimmer?
No, actually, just what I will say is from Expanse. There are a few EPs coming out from Expanse. I will say that. I won't say who it's from, but all of them are stacked as hell.
I like Expanse recently. I think they've done some pretty cool releases lately.
Yeah. Then it's just getting better and better. I hope at least, or from what I've heard, it is.
I'm more excited about movie releases right now, but that's not the point. So
I'll tell you what I'm
gotta be
excited
honest,
for right now. Oh, go for it.
I don't look out for music too much, which is weird, but I really don't, except for very few artists. But
I generally agree with that. Every once in a while I'll load up SoundCloud and I'll play my news feed, which is atrocious right now because it's repost city. But I mean, I'll just do that, and then of course I'll look up labels and artists that I try to follow up with, and yeah, it's kind of hard to keep up with how much music comes out every day and every week. So I understand that. I'll tell you what I am kind of like looking forward to and excited for is a lot of people in like the dubstep kind of genre, like Wooly, Uber, Boomer. I think Dion said that he was looking at it as well. A lot of the guys are not really getting bored with dubstep, but they're experimenting a lot more with different genres like house and trance. And I'm really excited to see what producers who are so heavily involved with the genre will do with these different genres. And I like seeing people, for lack of a better term, experiment and be experimental with their music. But also, I want to talk about somebody who I'm super excited for having an album come out this year, and that's Crywolf. Crywolf's got a new album coming out this year, and it's gonna be so good. He got his laptop back from Brazil. Some crazy fucking story about an undercover cop having to save his life or some shit. It was super crazy. But that's all I'm gonna say about that. I don't want to talk too much because I know all of you guys have stuff to talk about as well.
wait,
I was just
what
gonna
happened
say,
to Crywolf? I'm very confused now.
Oh, so his rental car. This was years ago. His rental car when he was in Brazil was broken into, and they stole the laptop.
Oh, okay.
And then he went to the police, and then there was this whole thing where like there was an undercover cop who was looking for really not specifically his bag, but like drug dealers and stuff like that. And because of the way that Jonah is, Jonah. Oh, did I get his name wrong? I don't remember now. Because of the way he is, he was kind of like trying to look for it himself, and he ended up getting in trouble. And the undercover cop basically helped him get out of it and get his laptop back, and he got back to the States safely. And yeah, all kinds of crazy stuff happened with that. But this was like 2016, I think, maybe 2018. It was sometime either before or after Cataclysm came out.
Okay.
So,
I haven't
Wallace,
heard
you were
about
saying
it.
something.
yeah, I kept
it's
getting
a story.
interrupted like multiple times, but it's fine.
I'm sorry,
I guess.
dude. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I was gonna say Dion Timmer said
Oh,
on
anyways,
Twitter,
I want to talk
apparently-
about.
Damn it, I was going to do that.
Come on.
I was tempted to do that, but I thought to hold my tongue.
All right, so Adrian, during the ban apocalypse, you're the first one to get banned.
That's fine.
Just so I'm just kidding. Anyways, I wanted to
I'll start my own
say
server. Blackjack and
and hookers.
hookers.
Fuck, dude. No, see, Dion Timmer on Twitter was like, said something about 3 new collabs with Excision.
God damn, really?
Apparently,
Fuck, dude.
Wait, isn't Dion Timer very
That's-
like new to the scene?
not really.
Not really. He's been making music as long as Josh has been making music.
Which is like 2012.
It's like 6 years, 7 years.
Okay.
I think he's actually the same age as Josh too.
He's like 19, right?
Yeah, because when he first started making music and coming out, he was 14 years old, and he was already making music like on Rotund Records with Excision and stuff.
That's
Oh,
because
okay.
Excision found him, right?
Yeah, I mean, dude, I honestly think that Dion's like his nephew or his like long lost son or something, because I don't know, dude. He like treats that kid like he's his son.
Treat them like royalty, bro.
I literally don't know that side of music because I've literally never listened to it more than just like one or two tracks.
I get it. Well, I mean, you'd probably actually like some of Dion's music. He doesn't always make super heavy.
I know Dion Timer because he went on Monster Cat for a while, but
he still is.
He still does stuff with Monster Cat.
Because the Neon double EP was Monster Cat, wasn't it?
I don't know.
For some artists, Monster Cat is more of a like it's a fucking boat. It's literally never gonna fucking drown because on how good they actually managed to pull their community together. But
yeah,
and we can see that from like the split between
and good for them. I know I know in the past we've talked shit on them a lot.
I mean,
said.
They also are like starting to make like and release music that makes less and less sense in like originality.
They've been doing a lot of good shit, in my opinion, lately.
Like, I know, but still, I mean, if you've been following Viant or other artists like him, he's been basically kicked out because of how experimental his music is, like on a very fucking deep level. And I've been losing like the side with Variant specifically because on how his music just became the way it is now, and I really don't like that side. And I'm pretty sure he's very happy with it, and I very much respect that, but I just can't seem to actually hold on to it. So yeah, but that's music I literally don't like because of how I'm very much more into melodic stuff, and the rest just not appealing to me. Like having basses for 2 minutes is just not me.
No, I totally get it. Definitely a hit or miss thing.
Yeah, definitely.
But I guess they never miss.
Don't say it.
I was gonna make the same joke. If you didn't say it, I was.
I was in the back of my head. I was like, "Oh, Wallace is gonna. He's gonna do it."
But it was me,
right.
Christian.
But it was me, Dio.
It's me, Mario. Anyways, anything else to talk about music-wise, guys?
No, not really.
All right, I want to say one last thing real fast, and this kind of goes back to what's going on with Tripulse, but it's more to do with music. I was wondering if you guys were interested in doing maybe listening parties whenever someone has music coming out, whether it's an EP or like a compilation like Canvases, or if you have your own album coming out. Just, kind of wanted to test the waters with that, see how you guys felt about having a little listening party every once in a while. Not something that we make regularly, just, when the occasion arises.
I think that's a good idea. I think we could. Yeah, I think we could also like put this out to people, making other people discover things. But
yeah.
Other than just
I'm releasing my album, cool.
Just listen to it, because that's pretty much obnoxious for me. But yeah.
Yep.
I mean.
All right.
Yeah, sure.
I'll put that down. I'll probably make a post on the forum about it, and there'll probably be some kind of submission form on Google Docs that you guys can send, and that way I can get it together for listening parties every once in a while. I see a lot of people doing thinking faces in chat. Yeah. Let's move on to game. First of all, anybody want to talk about any particular game they've been playing recently or anything like that?
A lot of Final Fantasy 14.
There's been a lot of that in this server.
Yeah.
I don't know why I've been playing so much Final Fantasy 14, because anyone that knows me knows that I really just am not that interested in MMOs. I play Guild Wars and shit.
Yeah, but it's the grind. There's so much grinding.
I know, but what I'm saying is that MMOs aren't my game. Normally.
I don't like it.
That's what I was saying. It's the grind that annoys you, right?
Sort of, but I've also played other grindy games like Destiny and Warframe, so it's not quite that. What?
Skate?
And skate? Yes.
Because you do grinds. Get
Yes.
Ah!
I appreciate that one.
I'm
I see what you did there.
I completely missed the joke, but it's fine. I don't want it to be explained.
It's alright. It's
Anyway.
alright.
Anyways, no, it's more so like just the MMO style. Like I like first person shooters, or like I like being able to like Dark Souls kind of games, like RPG kind of games.
I've been playing a bit of Call of Duty Remastered, talking of first person shooter, because that came out like for free on PlayStation Plus. So I've been like having a throwback.
Call of Duty has always been.
Have you guys seen fucking Microsoft Microsoft wants to release PC versions of all the Halo games? And
it's not just that they want to, it's that they've been working.
If it happens, I'll be fucking. I'm gonna be completely honest. They've
said
Halo.
that. Yeah. Oh, dude, I know. I'm so excited.
Haven't they been?
Come out?
Holy shit!
I'm pretty sure they said they were thinking of bringing the Xbox Games Pass to like as many different platforms as they can.
Yeah.
There's been talk about that.
They actually want,
because it's one of those things where the Xbox One, to be honest, flops pretty much. And the fact that there's not much for it.
They really
else.
dropped the bar on their exclusives after the first year. Like, we're only just now getting some of the announced games that were, supposed to be on release or on launch.
Now, I think the juicy story with them is a exclusive that got dropped that was going to be on the Xbox One. There's been hints that it might be going from an exclusive on the Xbox One to now being picked back up by Nintendo for the Switch.
I don't really know, because you're talking about Scalebound, and while
it's one of those things where it'll be. I'm not sure if it's actually going to happen. Because obviously you have that, but if it does happen, it's one of those things where you go, is this Nintendo finally branching out from their usual? Because I've done it more often with the Switch anyway. Because where they're very, if it's on the Nintendo hardware, it's going to be a Nintendo game.
Now here's my thing.
They have been branching out a bit more, which I'm happy about.
Yeah, like Nintendo has absolutely branched out majorly when it comes to the Switch. The Switch is an unmitigated success on pretty much all four fronts. The only problem that it had was that left Joy-Con issue with some of the first released consoles. The reason I don't think Scalebound is coming to Switch is because it's mainly just a rumor, because Platinum Games was making Scalebound, and Platinum Games has gotten real friendly with Nintendo. What I think a general consensus is that Nintendo's going to be trying to bring back Project Hammer, which we know pretty much nothing about. It was just a name years and years ago. So
I don't know anything about console.
I don't know if anything is going to come out from that Scalebound game. But going back to what Babs was saying about Halo coming to PC, apparently Master Chief Collection is right around the corner. It's supposed to come out before Q3 this year or something like that. So it's a summertime game.
Yeah, and that's gonna be my fucking go-to. I don't know how much fucking grind I had on Combat Evolved, like the only one on PC, the very first one. The amount of fucking multiplayer I've played on that shit. Holy!
I'm excited. I'm excited to go back to playing Halo 3. And also ODST. I would love
back before 343 messed everything up. Because I remember playing Halo 3 and Halo Reach.
Yeah. And
then I was realizing I never really played ODST. I played a little bit of it. But then Halo 4 came out. And then you just go, oh. It wasn't a bad game, by any stretch of the imagination, but when you compare it to what Halo was, the original trilogy and Reach was, you just go, this is a bit of a letdown.
I don't know if you heard it, but I'm gonna digress for a sec. Just saying, there's a fucking massive storm outside, and I'm very not confident that it's not gonna knock down some fucking tree on their house. It's pretty massive.
It sounds like fun.
Don't worry. If it does, then you have a treehouse.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
But yeah, okay. But that's just right. Me digressing. But yeah,
Well
I was
done.
very excited for Halo because since I'm literally a fucking console hater for very various reasons, I've never played the Halo, but I've loved the first one, and I just want to play every one of them. Just the campaign. I don't care about the multiplayer mostly, but just the campaign of
Yeah.
it is just everything I want to play because I want to know what happens after Combat Evolved. And no one just fucking spoiled me, okay? I'll
Oh,
just
dude, you're
fucking
gonna
kill you.
Oh my god, dude!
I just
You're gonna
don't wanna
experience
hear it.
Halo 3 for the first time.
Yes, dude.
Oh my god!
I'm very excited.
That's
But-
incredible, dude! I can't wait. I can't wait for you to play fucking Master Chief Collection.
I
Um,
want to. I really want to.
Halo.
I know the
Halo,
fucking
goddammit.
campaign of the first one by heart. Oh, that's how much I've played it. But yeah.
Ashlyn says that she's been playing Metro Exodus, and that's it.
Yeah, I've been playing Overwatch. I think everyone here knows, but that's pretty much it. It's just...
Anybody else have any games that
Oh,
they've
wait,
been playing
yeah,
recently
I
that they
just-
want to talk about?
I have been playing copious amounts of Rocket League.
Yeah.
Rocket League.
Oh, hey, I'm playing that right now.
Why?
Nice.
No,
Walls'
I-
go-to game when he doesn't have anything else to do.
No, that is pretty much me, to be honest.
I needed
I'm-
I needed something to look at during the podcast because I didn't want to just stare at my browser like the whole time. And I didn't
Dude,
really
I
feel like
understand.
playing Final Fantasy 14. So I was like, you know what? We'll just open up good old Rocket League, even though I have a lot of gripes now with it. Fine though.
Yeah, okay.
Oh yeah, you know what? I do want to talk about Destiny because they just fucking my internet is going to shit apparently. Fine.
Yeah, it
Yeah, it
did.
is.
Yikes.
Ooh.
Yikes.
This is why Kit wanted to record on the side.
No, sir, I do not like this. Anyways, I don't know if you guys can still hear me, but because I'm recording on my end, it's fine. I'm gonna talk.
Yeah,
Destiny
just talk.
2. They just released their second season, for this year, Season of the Drifter, and things are looking promising. I haven't played much because I got tired of my main character, my hunter, so I made a new one because I wanted to play as a male character, and my character was female, and fucking fashion and all that shit. I care way too much about fashion in video games, but anyways.
No, actually, I'm the opposite. I'm pure stats. I could look as disjointed as anything. I could have just entire battle armor. But if that
Nah.
pink fluffy shield is 1 point stronger, I am taking the pink fluffy shield.
Listen, no, fashion greater than function in my opinion. Anyways, they released their new season,
I
and I haven't played it yet,
catch
but
up with anything.
it's looking promising. There was a lot of feedback from Season of the Forge that because all that content was locked behind a level cap, or not. Well, it wasn't locked behind a level cap, but as Babs remembered, we went in at
Yeah, we
a
got
lower level
fucked.
than what we needed to, and we couldn't even damage the enemies.
Yeah.
Like they were doing, like our bullets were doing nothing, like
It was
absolutely
fucking
nothing.
nasty. Yeah, I mean,
So
I've reached
basically,
that, but
anybody, like, and it was really hard for like anybody because the level cap went up to like 650, and from 600, and the start of the forges was a little bit
610.
higher than 600. So basically, everybody was struggling with forges, and nobody could play the content right away, which was very annoying.
Yes.
So what Bungie did was they were like, all right, we're just going to allow people to catch up on this content. I mean, it's a PvE VP mode, so it's not like your level matters, but they have like level boost bounties so that you can quickly level up your character and play the new content right away.
Wait, you know
And
what,
it's
Wallace?
Very interesting to see.
I
What?
actually reached 610 and never played the Forge.
I
I just
completed
stopped.
I completed 2 of the 3 forges.
I did none of them.
I got burnt out. and stopped playing. Well, I went to Warframe. Then I think I came back to Destiny, and then I started playing Final Fantasy. And I just haven't played Destiny except for on server maintenance days, because I'm so addicted to Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah, I can make sense.
It's not okay. It's absolutely not okay.
I don't know. A friend of mine told me about Skyrim like 2 weeks ago, and I played around 50 hours of it. And
Wait. You're telling me that you haven't played fucking Halo 3 through whatever it is at now, and you haven't played Skyrim yet?
No. Oh, wait. Okay. For my defense,
You said your friend just told you about Skyrim.
Yes, because it's in okay, you can look at it. It's in my inventory. It was like I had Skyrim, I had Skyrim for a very long time. I had 7 hours.
Oh, you just never got around to playing it?
But
okay.
No. Yeah, I started it, but I literally got fucking bored about it. I don't know why. It just bored me to death, and I never passed the first city.
I totally understand. There's so many games that I've started, and I was just like, I don't really enjoy it right away. But then I'll come back to it months or maybe even years later, and it'll be so fucking fun. Yeah, I totally understand that.
This friend just taught me how to fucking buy that game. Like, I mean, Skyrim Special Edition, because they offered it to everyone that bought it, like, previous, I think, a certain, like, update. So they gave Skyrim... I don't know how it works exactly. I just know it was in my inventory, and I've been told that it was a lot of bug fixing, and I had just massive bug in my old version, so I just decided to start over. And from the very beginning, because I was probably...
No, but the bugs are the fun part.
Pretty much fucking lost. So it took me literally 3 days to make it work, because the first bug I encounter is the starting scene when the fucking carriers are going mad and just fucking bugging into walls and shit, and you can never pass that fucking scene.
You're finally awake.
But
got caught in an Imperial ambush.
Oh my god, why is that meme? Why is that becoming a meme again? I hate it. I fucking hate it. Every goddamn time. You know what? No, Reddit got me real fucking good the other day. And there was a fucking... I thought it was going to be a porn gif. And of course, my horny ass was
Oh yeah.
Wait, what were you looking at?
I was actually scrolling through front page. And because I have not safe for work turned off, anything shows up on my front page as long as it's high enough voting. So I was scrolling through and I saw it and I was like, okay, I'll watch it. And then it just fucking fades to black.
Yes.
And goddamn Skyrim shows up. And I felt so played. Like I was fucking violated by
it. There's better editions.
Adrian actively searching for porn on Reddit gets debated by Skyrim.
Was not. First of all, there are better places than Reddit to look for porn. Second of all, I wasn't looking for porn.
But
we all know the best place to look is a Tripulse Discord server. That's the best place to go.
We don't need those people here.
This is not factual, sir.
Okay,
we've run.
Yeah,
I'm a respectful establishment here.
We have a fucking Templar in our Discord. Do you think he will fucking allow it?
A fucking Templar.
We have a Templar here. What do you mean? Like, he's never gonna allow it.
Nikto will not allow it.
He's not gonna allow it. That's just not how it.
No, I know. I kid.
He's a weeb and Templar. Like, you can't have much. Like, it's so much holiness in one fucking person. It's just not happening.
Ashlyn, you can post that one, because it's perfectly safe for work.
Just not in text for voice, so I don't. Wait, I need to disable.
Post in text for voice.
Yeah, no, just because if it plays automatically, I'm just gonna fuck up my mobile data. Where do I automatically play GIF? Okay, cool. It's okay.
Anyways, she's apparently she's not gonna post it because it's an MP4. Anyways, I guess since we've got all that out of our systems now, I haven't really been playing anything. I've been playing Breath of the Wild again. Love
good
it.
choice.
Of course.
But anyways, I want to talk
Wait,
about
Adrian,
something. Yeah,
you have Smash?
I do, but I don't.
You
I ordered it.
you ordered it?
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let me know
yeah.
because
I would love.
I
I
want
would
to
love
play. I want to play Smash with you, but leave sellout so he gets really mad.
Wow. Okay.
Okay,
I would
that's
love.
just meme.
I
Mean.
on
That's just
honestly,
mean.
one of the things I'm looking forward to the most for Lost Lands meetup is fucking playing Smash with you guys.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
think
gonna
that's
be
gonna be
fucking awesome.
cute.
so fucking cool.
Are
That's
you're
actually
bringing your
cute.
Switch, right?
I'm bringing my Switch, and then I'm assuming that Cell's gonna bring his.
I'm
And if
bringing
Waffle
mine.
comes, he's gonna bring his too.
I thought Waffle wasn't coming.
I don't know. He's like in between. Like he's thinking about it, but maybe not. But maybe he is. I don't know yet.
I think Waffle should make up his goddamn mind.
He
Don't
should.
you need a lot of
It-
money to actually go to Lost Land, or is it like cheap enough?
Well, okay. So I'm paying for our house that we'll be staying in. So that's a huge expense that none of them have to pay for.
Oh, that's pretty
Otherwise,
cool from you.
otherwise, travel. I mean, for some people, it's going to be expensive. Josh, it's pretty expensive.
Yeah, but
but,
Josh is
I mean,
fucking making hundred of fucking $1,000 working at the restaurants, right? I mean, let's
I
not
don't think.
lie
I don't
about
think
it.
he is.
I don't think he is.
No,
I don't
to
think
be
he's
honest
very
with you.
happy working at the restaurant right now.
Okay,
Especially not right now.
But
that would make sense.
yeah.
I used to be able to make money out of fucking.
It's-
Dude, I need to find a new work. There's just no way I can keep this up. The
It's
work I
not
have now
gonna
is not
be-
paying enough.
It's not going to be too terribly expensive for me because of the layaway plan, and also I think my parents are going to help me out with a plane ticket to and from. So I basically just kind of need to like find the dates that I want to arrive on and then leave.
Yep.
And yeah, I just kind of need to make sure that I plan everything right because I also need to save dates for a potential wedding. Well, not even a potential wedding, an actual wedding that's going to happen in December.
I was gonna
for
say,
my
have they not proposed yet? Like this sounds kind
Wait,
of shady. but-
No,
When-
no, it's actually happening, and I'm actually planning on going. I don't know why I said potential wedding,
When and,
but
when and where is Lost
Listen.
Land again?
it's in Ohio.
it's
in Legend
it's in
Valley.
Ohio,
But where?
Legend
And
Valley.
when?
in the United States. It is
Yeah, that's.
September.
Thank you.
Yeah,
welcome.
sorry, Baz.
Okay.
But
no.
but on the other hand, what's the chances of us ever going overseas for a festival as well?
Like
Could you
zero.
imagine us going like
Yeah.
all the way over to Europe for like Tomorrowland or some shit?
I'll accept
I-
you on my house. I live literally like 2 hours away from the venue, but yeah. I mean,
Oh wow, nice. Oh yeah, it's in
it's in fucking
Never
Belgium.
thought about that. Yeah, I never thought about that.
It's very close
Uh,
to the home, and I've been to Tomorrowland though, but I'll never do it again. I'm just gonna be honest, completely honest. I very don't like crowd. I don't like crowd.
I
I
understand
just
that.
don't like
Yeah.
it.
Okay. So I'm now that we've got sidetracked like that. I want to move on to tonight's kind of topic inside of gaming, and that's disappointment within games.
Oh,
This is a big topic.
I have a lot, and I have a lot to say about this.
I'm gonna shotgun a few things that I've seen, kind of both online and from our community itself. First of all, Fallout 76 cannot see him.
That game is
Mind blowing how fucking ridiculously bad they have screwed this up. Because I have not talked about Fallout 76 since the tripod before Tripalooza. So this is the fourth fucking tripod that I've talked about 76. They're getting their fucking money's worth in advertisements for me. I don't understand how they keep doing it, but recently they fucking banned a guy. They banned a guy who had 900 fucking hours. One of the only fucking people who enjoyed their game. They're like, no, you're cheating. Boom, bye, banned. Like,
No,
come
no.
on, guys.
It's
Just no,
fucking incredible.
The thing is,
that-
though, it's not just Fallout 76 that did that. Like EA and BioWare recently banned a streamer from Anthem. Speaking of
they banned
disappointments,
Glad.
Anthem.
They
They
banned
banned,
Glad,
Hold
bro.
on, I actually
they banned someone for just playing the game. And like, not even that, he was running a route to collect loot, and they went, "No, I can't do that. Why not? It's in the game. No, I can't do that." Like, he wasn't changing anything. He was just going, from this location to this location to this location to this location, just
okay.
to catch up with all the loot chests.
I might be thinking of a different guy. Anyways, we could talk about Anthem here in a second. Like I said, I want a shotgun.
Okay.
Seeing and talking about. Anthem was actually the next one on the list. It's having the same growing pains that a lot of other games seem to be having in the same kind of genre. It's just kind of boring. There's not a whole lot, and yet they're supposed to be.
I've played Anthem. I played Anthem. Like I got it with a mate doing. So I got it with a mate. Like I played it with him. And we're both like really opposite sides of the spectrum because he's treating it like this, glow like this, the next coming of Christ. Saying it's like it's a great game. Like everything's this. Like there's a few problems, but it's always getting fixed. I'm just like, and it's like they're gonna patch it tomorrow or they're patching it next week. And then but then you look at it, it's just constantly like every time I've been talking about something, it's always it's getting patched at this point. It's never just fixed.
Yeah. Okay.
Especially with the look that they've had points.
About
I told you I
that.
have something to talk about.
On topic about
this.
that, I think developers have stopped looking for fixes and more like. Okay, I have an example. Okay, so Apex developers just tweeted it that they don't care about your FPS in game and your how optimized the game is. They just care about how it looks because the look's gonna bring more people than how well is gonna run. The game is gonna run, and he said just like that. It's just someone tweeted hey, it would be nice to have 240 FPS in game or 144 at least for higher competitive players, and the developer just said straight up on Twitter, he has no shame about it. He's just saying we don't look into that. We look at on optimization maybe in the future, and it's a maybe. He said maybe, so they only focused on how it looked.
People are also putting a lot of pressure on that game. First of all, to I guess be the game that kills Fortnite, which is every other fucking game.
I don't care.
And of course, they're also expecting some kind of battle pass thing to come from them. And right now, Apex is getting a soft pass from me because it is a new game. I understand that optimization kind of falls behind, especially when you're working on being able to put the game not only on PC but on multiple consoles. It takes a bit of work.
I totally get that. It's pretty good work. I mean, not gonna lie, I hate battle royales. But I played Apex for 28 hours.
Good lord.
It's actually a good game. It's actually a good game. I'm not gonna play it anymore again.
I agree with that.
It's a good game. It's an actual good game. It's probably the only game I played that just.
I mean, it was supposed to be Titanfall. It's just gutted Titanfall right now.
Do you want to know what I think it shows as well, especially when it comes to EA publishing the game, is that if they want something to do well, they don't advertise it. Don't say, here's this new game. Because as soon as they just decide, hey, look, let's just release a game with nothing leading up to it. It was just, here's the new game. All of a sudden, people they avoid all the controversy. People going, it's EA, it's that.
But there's a but on this. It's also a massive bet they're doing that. They're betting on people to actually talk about that game for it to be good. But more than that, usually when Fortnite came out, they were not advertising it as much either, but the fact that streamer picked it up and literally every kid on the block starting playing it as well, it just proved
what got Fortnite was the battle royale. It's because it started out just following the trend of battle royales.
Yes. But the fact is that
And the reason is
it wasn't hugely
my
popular until like
hypothesis.
Ninja, Shroud, and all that.
My hypothesis for the reason it got so big was the fact that the battle royale mode, which was what was like the trend at the time, they put that out for free in like a well-built game, and because the only other bigger thing at the point was PUBG, which was paid but also not quite as stable. All of a sudden, you've got like a stronger title with no different mechanics that you don't have to pay for to get what you actually want. So you have all the mechanics with none of the cost, and that means that more people were able just to pick it up.
I think it's also because Fortnite was very like not user friendly but viewer friendly. Like streamers that streamed it just made everyone wants to play it. Like when you see people like Ninja playing it.
It was an easy to run game when it first came out. I'm pretty sure it's still not terribly hard to run.
No,
but
it's pretty
definitely
easy.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely a stream easy game.
Yeah.
I want to move on from these topics real fast because I'm trying to shotgun these games. So first of all, Jump Force came out. Apparently, it's super buggy and shoddy outside of everything except for the combat, and just kind of bare bones everywhere else. Nick and I have played it a little bit. I haven't played it with Nick, but we both separately played the game, and it's definitely fun to fight people. But everything else about it feels super rushed. And chances are, when the next game comes out, because I don't believe Shonen will just let this one die. When the next one comes out, it's going to be super good. It's going to have everything everybody dreamed of having. Tripulse Strikes Back apparently didn't do very well. It's a Nintendo Switch game. A lot of people were expecting it be pretty good because it's from the Heroes Never Die, or I don't remember what the title of the games are, but it's from that series, and those were very well received games when they came out. Didn't really hear much else about it, which I guess goes to show that it kind of flopped. And then finally, I'm going to talk about a game that I have been playing, Kingdom Hearts 3. Its story and cutscenes have like super poor timing. I feel like I'm playing the game for 5 minutes and then I'm in another cutscene. I'm playing the game for 5 minutes, I'm in another cutscene. Like the entire game feels exactly like Kingdom Hearts 2 and Kingdom Hearts 1 did. Everything's just cut so weird and poorly that I sometimes just feel like I'm playing an antique. I
think it's mostly because you're too good at the game. I mean, I've seen people play it.
If I'm too good at this game, everybody else should be ashamed of themselves because I am god awful at video games.
Okay. So I've seen people play this game, and I kind of see the point where you say there's like too many cutscenes and things, but I don't agree that it's very much that often, unless you actually clear the level very fast. And I've seen people not clearing very fast. It's just actually necessary.
Okay, maybe I am moving through the game pretty fast. I'm clearing worlds in like an hour, maybe 2.
Yeah, okay, that's where you actually are. Like I think a friend of mine played it, and she streamed it for like maybe 3 days.
I
mean, I'm talking 3 full days. Not like she wasn't streaming it like full on 24/7, but she streamed it for like a few streams, and she usually like do 4 or 5 hours of streams, and she took around like maybe 40 to 50 hours to actually clear it. And I was watching that, and it was painful because on how easy this game is fucking looking, and it's definitely not meant for.
The game is definitely easy. I mean, like Drew said, KH3 has a really low difficulty compared to not only to other games but also to the other Kingdom Hearts games. They give you so many chances to use these special amusement park moves that really help you clear out mobs super fast. So
yeah.
The game is pretty easy, but if I'm running through this game faster than other people running through this game, there's something going on because I should not be. I'm not good at video games, like any of them. Well, every time I pick up a new game, I struggle with it. So it's weird to think like that.
Again, I can't really say because I haven't played it, but seeing other people play the game, to me it looks like it's very not much oriented for people that are 12 years old and above, because it's just the way you think,
like I said,
it's just too easy.
Yeah.
Like the whole
it's like I said. It's like I said, I feel like I'm playing an antique from the PlayStation 2 era. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. I don't think this is a bad game. It's just kind of slow.
No, it looked very good. It looked very good.
Yeah.
But
I want to come back to the chat real fast. Ashlyn says, I play CS:GO, so all the disappointment is me. Can we get sponsored? Yeah. And Drew says, Tetris 99 is my jam. Tetris 99 is actually super fun. And
played it, but yeah.
I don't understand how. Well, you have to have a Switch, I think. I don't understand how they've done this. I don't understand how they've made not only competitive Tetris, but fun competitive Tetris. It's ridiculous.
I refuse to play Tetris 99, not because I don't like Tetris, but because
it's a battle royale.
I just get in. Adrian probably knows how I feel about this, but I just get into package handler mode where everything starts to align, and I'm just like, I don't. Yeah. It makes me worried.
So for context, Wallace works at the post office or the sorting center for the post office. Well, okay, I'm trying to make it as simple for people to understand as possible. He works. He sorts boxes and mail for the post office. And so he has to do some organization with boxes and stuff, and so Tetris is just it's more flashbacks.
It's flashbacks.
Is a thing.
It's not even it's flashbacks, but also I feel like I'd be good at it, kinda.
Okay,
and that scares me. That scares me a lot.
I work on like small conferences given by the university, and I work for the university because they give like some like I don't know talk show kind of thing, and we just set up like microphone and we live mix them, and usually when there's a camera or two camera and like PowerPoints, we actually
you're doing broadcasting.
But not really broadcasting. We record it and then we give like video and create like montage of it. But we had broadcasting once, but this was very fucking hard.
Create a fucking montage.
And
with like fucking old dubstep songs over what is a dog show?
that old fucking music video that used all the shots from Terminator
fucking
and shit.
fucking FaZe Clan dog show.
No. Okay, no. I'm not talking that kind of montage. I'm talking about like live mixing of video, video mixing for like television. Just say that's television. It's pretty much that easy. Just television.
I don't know, man. I think a FaZe montage would be way cooler.
So the way we actually carry our stuff in the city, because the city is very small and we can do literally everything on foot. We have like some kind of a chariot, and that's a fucking lightning, very huge. Okay, and we have some kind of a chariot, and we have to put everything in it, and it's very small, and we have a lot of shit. Like I'm talking about like Sennheisers, receivers for hand mic, like entirely high-freq hand mics. We have to put and sort all of this shit in the fucking chariot, and it's very small, and it's very hard to not like make it work. And Tetris is some shit I've been doing my whole fucking life, and this is even worse because it's massive piece of shit and you have to carry it. But yeah, I get why fucking Wallace is scared of Tetris. I just get it.
I have a question.
I've seen it
that I want to pose. It goes back to disappointment in gaming, and it's a question that everyone can answer. And also, this is my revenge because you all kept interrupting me multiple fucking times, and I'm upset about it. Very upset.
So
anyways,
I was saying.
Do you want me to interrupt you a bit more then? Would that make you happier?
I'm gonna mute all of you. How about that?
Ashlyn says Jesus.
Jesus.
I don't know what to. Jesus.
Anyways, my question to you, back on the topic of disappointment in gaming, is there's a lot of debate on blame for the disappointment. Is it on the developer side or is it on the publisher side? And I want to know your guys' thoughts, particularly because of if you guys remember, Bungie and Activision split, and Activision also fired a bunch of people. Activision Blizzard fired a bunch of people, and there's been a lot of kind of drama with them, and also a lot of hate for the publishers as well. Like EA is still not quite out of the shitstorm, in my opinion. Yeah, Apex Legend was really good, but of course there's Anthem. A lot of people blaming Activision for Bungie's failures and so on and so forth. And my personal favorite to hate, Ubisoft as well. What do you guys think?
See, this is something I've actually properly looked into, and from what I've seen, it falls on it definitely falls on the publishers, but also the head honchos of the the developers. So obviously, the developers all work for the company. It's not the the individuals that are actually making the game. It's everybody and all the higher ups, which stems from the publishers, because the publishers are going, okay, yeah, we have this, but we also want to monetize everything else after it.
Yeah.
So basically, they can build a core game and have a game that works, but then the publishers will go to the head honchos of the developers and say, hey, yeah, we want to monetize it more. Can you add in these systems? So then they'll have to take things out to put it back in as monetized. Has been found with a bunch of games where a lot of the monetized content was just content that was going to be in originally, but then got taken out for that sole purpose. So they made the game worse and feel emptier. And the best thing I've seen, best way I've seen it described, is sort of the minimum viable product as a game, where what's the least you can put forward and still get away with for charging a price, and then selling the rest back. So it happened a lot with Destiny. People sort of always broke boundaries and got locations in game, in day one, and you go, what's this location? Where is it? And then first DLC comes out, that location's there, and so you just see it and you go, if that's ready, people are just going, you have more content here, we've been saying it's empty, this would have solved all the problems.
I think that's pretty much how Destiny 2 worked for a while. The base game was pretty much fucking shit. Let's be honest. I still liked it, but it was fucking shit. And then fucking Mercury came out. Mercury came out, and it was still fucking shit because it's so empty. There's literally nothing on it. The planet is small as fuck, and there's nothing on it. And then they introduced Mars. Yeah, well, as you can tell me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's Mars, right?
They introduced
Mercury.
They had Mercury, which was Curse of Osiris.
Yes, and Mars
and then they had Mars, which was Warmind. That was the second expansion.
Okay. So Warmind wasn't bad either. It wasn't the Mercury wise bad, because Mercury was very fucking garbage. Holy shit. And I think
Warmind still, I'm gonna be honest, it's still
the DLCs weren't good in Destiny 2.
Yeah, no.
It's a point where I didn't even get to Forsaken because I'd given up. It was was that bad.
So yeah, that's basically where you're wrong. Why Warminds wasn't that bad. It was still bad, but it wasn't that bad. No, when Forsaken came out, it felt like a whole new game, and I'm pretty sure it's because theoretically Forsaken is the real fucking first extension, and the other two were just part of the game, just removed before so they could create more money out of it. That's how it feels. That's how it very fucking feels, and I'm pretty sure that's not Bungie's development choices. That's pretty much Activision wanted more money, and they've been doing it for like a lot of shit. And I'm also pretty sure that's why Heroes of the Storm like development stopped, because they realized it's not working as well as they would love it to be. So Blizzard just can't help but shut down a game where they're not making any money from. That's just not developers' choice. That's just the people in it's like the owning the game.
Just though, I think the whole thing of them trying to like publishers trying to monetize games more and more you can see it from what happened with Anthem, because especially with timeline and change of laws with loot boxes, you can tell or it's been hypothesized with a fair amount of evidence that Anthem was going to be fairly different than what it was before the laws changed, and because of that, they had to take out obviously what was going to be their monetization system inside the game, and put in and change everything so it worked with whatever new thing they had to add in. So did it change for the better? Yes, but does the system work? Not quite. Especially, and I found this hilarious, is the starting gun you get at the very beginning of the game actually deals more damage than the high level end game concept guns.
Wasn't that a bug?
It was a bug, but it was a bug, but it just goes to show how broken the game is. Yeah, no, even still this far after.
I think a streamer that I watch that usually plays Overwatch said about Anthem, and the problem that was in it is just that it's not a bad game. I think it's just had some development issues, and the worst is gonna be is near the end game, where the fucking game you reach the highest level.
Oh yeah, the end game is
empty. It's gonna be garbage.
No, I can tell you now. I finished the campaign and all that, and the end game is abysmal. Even when you just finish the campaign, there's not it gives you this thing called the Challenge of Valor, which is pretty much do a bunch of these things, which is just grind and just play the game. It's there's no kind of incentive. There's no, from what I can see, there's no real reward outside of XP. And so all it's doing is just saying, play our game mode just for this. There's nothing else, nothing added. The highest difficulties give you no extra rewards for it.
So it's bad. So it's just bad.
The end game is just it's not there. There is no end game, pretty much.
Okay.
It's just grind everything.
Something that I want to go back to that I think Christian said is when the streamer said it's a game that can be good eventually, or something along those lines. It's something that I've been hearing a lot with these kind of games in particular. But also,
I disagree. I know the philosophy they're going for, but I disagree with it wholeheartedly.
Well, I just want to bring it up. It's been something that's been said a lot in games recently, and it's one of the things that's made me appreciate Nintendo more. Adrian, yes. I know you've been super. You want Metroid Prime 4, I think, is the game, but you want fucking the new. What's it called?
I want fucking Fire Emblem.
Yeah, you want Fire Emblem, but Metroid Prime.
Yes.
Their development canceled, and they're gonna rebuild it from the ground up. And I know why I thought you wanted Metroid Prime is because the last podcast that was a fucking meme. Anyways,
no, I saw that news break, and it pretty much I pretty much just so I just praying to Nintendo just because that's what you want a company to do, where they just go, this game we're making isn't that good and isn't what we want. So let's make it good before we release it.
My thing is that that's kind of what's been driving my purchasing decisions as of late, sort of. Is this game, am I buying a complete game, or is this game going to just be one of those type of games that's going to be good eventually? Because I don't want a game that
I'm
is
sorry,
gonna. I don't want a game that's going to be good eventually. I want it to be good now. And that's why I like Nintendo, because they make good games from the start. That's why I didn't buy fucking Anthem, because I was looking at it and I was just like, this is EA and it's destined to fail. I know it's probably not fair to judge a game based off the publisher, but these publishers have
To be honest, you're pretty accurate.
these publishers have their
because-
reputation, have their reputations for a reason, and I'm not going to just give a publisher slack just because they've been doing good recently. I want a good track record.
What I will say about Anthem though is because
downhill slope for a while.
One thing Anthem does do well though, like it's that thing. It does two things well. One is the flight system, because that's just feels great. The second thing it's good at is doing everything else very poorly.
Yeah. Anthem, I've said before, looks bland and uninspired. It's a really bad Destiny clone, in my opinion.
Yeah, the world's boring as well.
I'm never going to.
Everything is the same. There's like 3 landmarks in the entire world.
I'm never going to play Anthem, and that's all I'm going to say about it. But I just am kind of wondering when people are going to stop playing games that are eventually going to be good and start playing games that are actually good. I'm
looking at it.
I think it's becoming a thing. I think it's becoming a thing now where people are getting a lot smarter about their purchasing decisions. Especially
right
with
now.
Fallout 76. But I
can't believe I have talked about that 4 straight tripods in a row.
I think it's time to get over it. We know it's a bad game.
I cannot believe they have had such a dumpster fire, but I've actually found reason to talk about them over and over again.
It's actually amazing. Like, leaking people's personal information, fucking nylon bags. They fucking included the developer's room in the full game, and people got access to it and started selling weapons for real life money in game.
Oh, I saw they duplicated everything.
I can't actually believe that shit.
All right. We got to get off the topic because my pod's got to come to an end real soon. I want to actually go ahead and talk about a game that kind of sparked my interest when you're saying you're looking at complete games and versus expansions and stuff like that. And I want to talk about a game that's kind of an enigma to this. And I've got to say that Civilization does this very weird thing where they release a game and you absolutely know there's going to be 2 expansions that come out later on, and they'll come out years later. but they release a game and it's a good fucking game when it hits. And it's not like, oh, there's missing shit and you're it's not as good as it could be. It's generally a very good game when it launches, and every time a fucking expansion comes out for that game, it's basically like buying the game over again because they're so expensive. But man, does it add so much to the game.
I just want to
And that's one of the only series that get past me on that kind of stuff.
That's how DLC should work. If you want to like plan to say.
Well, my problem is I don't like paying fucking $60 to $80 for the base game and some DLC that they'll have come out with it, and then paying another $40 for the first expansion and another $40 for the next expansion.
Yes, I'm still waiting.
Our players to have a sense of pride and accomplishment, Adrian.
I take pride in the accomplishment of making my money. I mean, I guess they got me there. Anyways, I also want to talk about the developer and publisher question real fast. And I will say this: I think a lot of the fault falls on the publishers for not realizing when a game is not ready to release, and trying so desperately hard to stick to deadlines and make it to market. I think that is horrible business practice to release things that are so broken. I understand if you want to cut things out and add them to the game later, either whether it's to make those parts of the game better or to make more money from it, it doesn't matter. If the game is not good by itself, you shouldn't be doing this. That's my opinion on this, and that's all I really have to say about it. I don't want to get into it any more than that.
So basically, make a good game.
Yeah. And developers, please stop overpromising. If you want to do something big, you need to do it right. Don't promise us things.
That's just
say,
a whole other problem.
Just tell us, hey, we want to make this game. This is what it looks like so far. We'll see you later. That's all you have to do. That's what. God damn it! I hate it every time I bring these guys up. That's what CD Projekt Red does. They release teasers. They're like, yeah, this is a game. We're working on it. It's about these things. That's all you need to know. That's all they've ever done when advertising the game, and it fucking works. And I'm gonna leave it at that.
CD Projekt Red are one of the golden boys of the gaming industry right now.
They have their own problems. I will say they have their own problems, but
yes,
God damn it, they don't make good games.
Like I am not into The Witcher 3, and probably never will be. But I mean, they make a full ass game, and then they release an expansion that is basically another full ass game, and that's good. That's very, very good.
Okay, that is it for Tripod. I'm gonna cut it right there. One last thing. Still, what is it?
Can I say it? Squirtle is the best starter. Just fuck you. Total.
Yeah. Well, you see, basically,
I'm Monkey.
Basically, yeah. Just Squirtle is the best.
Yeah, basically.
Squirtle's not the best starter, but I'm not gonna get into that right now. I am not gonna get into that.
You're
right
right.
now.
Trico is the best starter.
Trico is very high up there. I'm gonna be honest with you, but
we all know Chimchar's the best.
No. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for showing a Tripod. Cell couldn't make it. He was gonna announce that Dungeons & Dragons is coming to Tripulse very soon. We've got several full-ass games planned. I've got my own campaign that I'm writing. Cell and I want to co-campaign a Assault the Wounds campaign. I think it'll be pretty cool. Danny is looking at his own thing. We're kind of experimenting with his ideas right now, so may not be coming soon. But
so basically, if you're interested in Dungus Twungus, join Tripulse.
Yeah, and that channel will be coming to the regular text channels very soon. We just got to get it moved over. And thank you for coming out to Tripod. And we'll see you next month.
Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's
Bye.
All right.